Namaste. Today we are going to talk about the manifestation part of it, where many people have a lot of confusion about the manifestation. The manifestation is of 7 levels, and the conflict between the various levels is the reason why people don't manifest things in their life. For example, there are 7 levels. Let us look at all the 7 levels. The first level is the energy. The energy is the energy you carry from your family, from your lineage at your birth time, which is called as the energy. The second thing is the intention. How is your intention? The intention will tell a lot. The seat of the intention is the hara point. The next level of the dimension is the feeling. The feeling component of it is how much you feel for that manifestation. The third one is the fourth one is the mind component of it. The clarity of thinking, visualization, all that is required. The fifth part is the speech, and the sixth part is the action, what you do to get those things done. And the seventh part is the impact of this entire thing. The problem with many people is they have a lot of conflict between the heart and the mind, between the intention and the mind, between the heart and the intention. All the different conflicts are there. That is why people find it very, very difficult to manifest across. Most people manifest equivalent or lower to their energies. For example, if you want to buy a pen, and if the pen is, let's say, 1,000 rupees, you would be able to manifest it because your energy level must be bigger than that of the pen. If your desire and your energy is equal, then the manifestation becomes equal. If your desire and the manifestation is very, very high, that is, if your energy is very high compared to your desire, you will be easily able to manifest. That's why buying a car for Dhirubhai Ambani might not be very, very difficult for him. And if your manifestation, if your desire is that which is very low compared to your energy, you will find the manifestation very, very difficult. For example, most people can manifest easily 10 rupees, 100 rupees, 1000 rupees, 10,000 rupees. But when it comes to manifesting lakhs, it will be very difficult. For many people, manifesting in crores, it will be very, very difficult. So there is an energy gap between all these things. For example, if somebody wants to buy a house for 3 crores and if his salary is only 1 lakh, then paying monthly EMI of 3 lakhs will be very, very difficult. So if you go to crores, 99.99% of the people don't have the energy to manifest things across into their life across. So therefore, the energy component has to be developed. The energy component can be developed with ritual, chanting, and also to dana and downloading the energy from the antakarna. All these things which will help you to improve your energy point of it. Now the second point of it is action. Now many people, intention and action are contradictory to each other. For example, somebody wants to lose weight, but their action is they do not do things to lose weight. They don't do exercise. They do not, they eat a lot of junk food, all that thing. So this is a conflict between the intention and action. Now we will see the conflict between the impact and the intention. Suppose a girl is seeing a boy and she wants an educated boy, which is okay, she has manifested an educated boy. But she also wants that boy to be handsome, the boy also should have a good house. Then there is a conflict between the intention and the manifestation. So the point is, this is one of the conflict. The other one is the heart and the mind. The heart might say you have to study, but the mind might get tempted to all the social media posting which is being coming there. Now you can have a conflict between the heart and the speech. For example, you want to say something nasty, but you are trying to avoid saying that nasty thing using your will. So that is the conflict between the heart and the words. Now you can have conflict between the words and the mind. For example, in your mind you wanted to talk calmly and you want to express yourself calmly, but when it comes to speech, maybe you are very, very harsh, you lose your temper and everything across. So therefore, the conflict between the action, mind, impact. For example, your idea might be to convince the person, your action might be to sincerely convince the person, but the impact might be very, very different than what you have anticipated across. Therefore, please understand these are 7 levels of conflict all the time which is happening in the level. So totally there are 49 levels of conflict. That is, you put the x-axis, you put the y-axis. So that is why many people try to talk about one aspect of it. There are Western thinkers who talk only about the mind. There are Indian sadhus who only talk about the feeling. There are other people who talk about the intention. And also the meditative practice helps you to overcome the energy barriers which you have created across. So therefore, because there are people who specialize in one segment, they try to promote that segment alone. And for example, Niriyal is one of the person who talks about using habits in social media which creates a lot of problems or a difficulty across. And also, for example, the impact. For example, socially, we want to train children in skills, not in knowledge, because they will have a direct impact into their work across. So, but the impact is not happening the way the education system has put it across. So therefore, we always have a lot of conflict. Now, this conflict is also used in the movies. For example, the heroine wants to follow her heart, but her father says the situation and the circumstances will not allow you to follow the heart. For example, she is in love with some boy, but the Indian condition, her family, our people will not allow her to get married across because the relative might say a lot of negative things to her as a person. Now also there could be the conflict between the mind and the heart and the intention. So for example, one lady wants to follow dance and dance related things across, but she finds it very difficult to follow because it is commercially very, very unviable into her life across. So this is human condition. All these 7 levels will fluctuate, and each and every day you have to bridge these levels, the heart and the mind and the speech, the intention and the action and the result. Like that you have to bridge it across. So that is why it is always wobbly in the human mind or in the human life. You see, there are 49 levels of fluctuations which happens. So you find it very, very difficult to control all these levels or even to understand one level. Yesterday I was talking to one lady who wanted to resign from Infosys. I asked her, what is the reason you wanted to resign from Infosys? She has never accessed the intention part of it. She simply said, I don't know, I just feel like doing it, so I'm doing it across. Sometimes the intentions are not accessed by people. You need to meditate, you need to go through the karmic churning and karmic surfing to come to that understanding that this is the problem, this is what I want to do to my problem across a person. So therefore, many people don't access the intention and the energy. All horoscope reading, palmistry, astrology, gnomes, divination, all talk about the energy body manifestation into the physical reality as a person. So therefore, one needs to understand the energy component of it, which is called as the Swabhav. For example, somebody might not eating like non-veg, but he will find it very difficult to work in a non-veg restaurant. Somebody might be eating or can be working in a vegetarian restaurant, but his heart might be in music across. So therefore we find all the time the human being's heart, mind, intention, action, speech does not merge all the time. That is why people have a lot of unhappiness and dissatisfaction into their life across, or probably you can call it as dissatisfaction, which Buddha calls it as tanaha. So there are 7 to 8 levels of layers of mind and layers of life, which creates a lot of conflict internally into a people's life across. For example, you take bungee jumping. Your intention is to jump into the bungee and go down the cliff, but your heart might not be feeling that you are ready for it as a person. Your mind might be saying, no, no, no. So when you do the bungee jumping, somebody pushes you across as a person, and then you jump it across as a person across. So therefore, bungee jumping, helicopter jumping, parachute gliding, all these things shows a real conflict between the intention, feeling, and that of the mind. That's why many people like that exhilarated feeling across, and they realize that it is their own imagination and it is their survival mechanism which takes them across as a person. So therefore, even entertainment, anything is just the different levels and layers of conflict which brings out as a person. For example, the mummy might be telling, please do read for your education, for your classes, whereas you might not be so much interested in studying. So there is a conflict between the intention and the action across. So this also could be one of the biggest problem in the people life across. So therefore, it is very important that you meditate, you calm your mind, and you are able to see all the 7 layers. That is why the 7 chakras are given, but you'll have to reverse and see the chakra. The action is the Muladhara chakra. The speech is supposed to be the navel chakra. The solar plex chakra, we can call it as the mind part of it. The heart chakra is supposed to be the feeling component of it. The throat chakra is the word. And the intention chakra, Ajna chakra is the intention. The Sahasrara chakra, we can call it as the energy. So this is the conflict between the different chakras which gets correlated into people's life across. We can also look at it that way. So try to work on each and every dimension which will help you to manifest things faster. Since there is a conflict only, you are not able to manifest. Also, learn to raise your energy using rituals, using prayer, meditation, conduct, niyama, and also giving to other people, which will really help you to become what you call it as faster into your growth across. So therefore, this 7 levels of conflict is the 7 level of the chakra. You can correlate it with lokas, that is Bhuloka, Bhurbhuva Suvarloka and all the thing. But this is basically the internal conflict the people have as a person. And many people cannot access the hara point, which is the intention point. If you have practiced martial arts or some kind of an arts as a person, it will be very easy for you to access this. This is called as the Wu-Vi, the flow across as a person. So next time when you have a conflict, try to become very clear about which level are you having conflict into your life across. For example, somebody might be feeling something, but they might not be saying about it. So the conflict between the feeling and the heart is there. Somebody might be thinking something, but they might be communicating something. That's why in movies and all, you can say the comedian wants to shout at somebody, but he is very, what you call it, as very kind, compassionate in his action. This kind of contradiction becomes the joke in the person's life across. So unless you are able to access, understand the 7 levels, you will find it very, very difficult to manage life, especially the intention level. Many people are not very clear. They try to suppress their intention. They try to override their intention. That is why they have a lot of issue into their daily life across. And many people are not aware of the energy component of it, Everybody thinks it's the mind, the mind alone really matters across. No, it's the energy component also really matters. This energy gets influenced by different kinds of aura and different kinds of energy, like the family energy, lineage energy, your karma energy, your dharana energy, all that will come into force across. Therefore, it is very important that you understand the various layers of conflict which will help you to manifest. Some people want to make a lot of money intention wise, but they are thinking all the time it is better that we remain poor so that we don't become very corrupt, etc. It is not true. People who are successful, not all of them are corrupt. They learn how to play with the rules of life, but also if need be, they will mend it according to their problem also. So people have a conflict between the intention of manifestation and the manifestation itself. So do understand this, which will help you to overcome all kinds of anxiety, all kinds of problem across. Thank you.